Well, my colleague Ikaba Koyi spoke to the South Sudanese Minister of Presidential Affairs, the Honourable Dr. Barnaba Mariel Benjamin, and they started off by talking about that emergency humanitarian support.
It is an emergency humanitarian situation that requires really the international community and countries of goodwill. They need an emergency humanitarian support in terms of food, in terms of shelter. We had our own internal conflict, which we have resolved now. So we are recovering from conflict ourselves. Our resources are not that much as to support a huge number of influx. As I was saying, we have got about 6,000 people coming in daily. We have to provide them with shelter, with airlifting them from the border points like Rank and other places to the other states.
Some analysts believe that the crisis in Sudan could impact the agreement signed in 2018. What's your take on that?
That is true because, you know, we have our oil pipeline passes through Sudan. And our oil caters for 80% of our needs of the country. The financial backbone of the country is our oil. Now, if this pipeline is destroyed, then it will impact on the economy of South Sudan, and that can be real, causing more suffering to the people. Secondly, we have got trade relations with Khartoum. So the stability of Khartoum, of South of Sudan, is important, is also the stability of South Sudan. That's why we are concerned, that's why we have taken our leadership took the primary role. Let's move quickly.
How would you quantify the mediation efforts of other parties involved in the peace process?
Well, this is what we have been discouraging, that really shopping for forums, for peace forums, for negotiations does not help bringing peace. We have one prime focal point, and that is the mediation by President Salva, assisted by the other two presidents. This should have been the focal point where other initiatives who are willing to assist, who are neighbors, can actually put the support to. For example, the president of Egypt, President Sisi, had just sent his foreign minister to Juba just on Monday, giving the support to President Kiir's initiative of trying to bring people together.
What's South Sudan's solution to bringing about faster peace to the crisis in Sudan?
President Salva has been communicating directly with both General Burhan, and is actually trying to get in touch now with also General Lemeti, urging them that the ceasefire must be permanent. It must be longer, because you find that the ceasefire is obeyed in parts of the city, and in the other part of the city there's fighting going on. So I think it is continuous pressure, not only from the mediating team, but from the rest of the world, that here is a humanitarian crisis. And this struggle for power should come to an end, because the leadership of the country can always be elected through a sort of a free and fair elections. That is the only way you decide a political leadership of any community or any country. So I think continuous pressure, urging them to stop fighting, and telling them that it is the innocent, it is the children, it's the women, the elderly who are dying. The soldiers themselves are not the one getting the brunt, but it is the weapons they are using that are affecting people. And this is what the mediating team have been urging Khartoum to listen to the voice of peace.